Thank you, Dr. Zhan, Mr. Zuo, and Mr. Luo for the remarkable presentation and discussion on the international advantages of Taiwan's equipment and processing manufacturing supply chain, as well as the breakthrough in material processing in terms of lightweight construction. Meanwhile, they also highlighted the importance of smart manufacturing and automation in enhancing accuracy and efficiency. Through their in-depth exchanges, I believe everyone must gain inspiring ideas. For the next session, we are pleased to have Mr. Vanson Hsiao, Chief Technology Director of PMC, to be our host. He and the two speakers will focus on the development and trend of electric vehicle lighting and injection molding, as well as Taiwan's advantages over international competitors in the electric vehicle market. Now, let's welcome Mr. Hsiao to introduce more on the topic and the speakers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to join today's webinar. This is Vanson Hsiao, Chief Technology Director of Precision Machinery Research and Development Center. I will host the next activities on this section. The topic of this section is From Aftermarket to Tier 1 Supplier, a successful business model in automotive lighting market. As people know, Taiwan makers have renowned in the supply chain of automotive peripheral parts around the world, such as car lamps, bumpers, tires. In early days, they just can cut into the aftermarket of automobile industry, but now they not only are the tier 1 suppliers, but also can provide innovative design and support smart production line for world-famous automakers. Taiwan makers are playing important roles in the supply chain of automobile industry step by step, even in the electric vehicle applications. The agenda is divided into two parts. One is the keynote speech, and one is the panel discussion. In the first part, it's our honor to invite the General Manager of TYC Broader Industry Corporation, Michael Chen, and CEO of Shin Group, Wang, as our keynote speakers to share their products and service capacities. They will also be the panelists in the next part. Before beginning, let me make a brief introduction to these two companies. TYC is a world-leading car lamp provider, and its customers have over 130 countries in the worldwide. TYC also makes all the manufacturing process visible and predictable for helping customers to develop their own products with small volume and large variety, as well as high precision performance. TYC is becoming an important partner in supply chain of electric vehicle manufacturers. Shin Group is the largest maker of plastic injection molding machine in Taiwan, and also a world-leading molding machine provider for the global electric vehicle industry. Facing the lightweight megatrend of electric vehicle, Shin has also developed a large multi-injection molding machine, being one of the only 3 companies in the world, and the only one in Asia. After above briefing, I believe you are looking forward to hearing the detailed presentations from our keynote speakers as quickly as possible. So let's welcome Michael Chen from TYC to introduce TYC as a global provider of smart production line for electric vehicle lighting. Welcome, Michael Chen, please.
TYC has devoted itself to the research and development of regulatory compliant automotive lighting devices with accurate light distribution to provide utmost road safety for drivers and pedestrians alike. TYC is one of the world's leading vehicle lighting manufacturers for automobiles, motorcycles, trucks, buses, and coaches with an impressive range of lighting devices and collision parts. This extensive product portfolio makes TYC a natural choice for one-stop shopping requirements. TYC is an important link for the global OEM and replacement aftermarket supply chain in the automotive lighting devices industry. We have always focused on innovation and quality. All TYC lighting devices are designed and developed in-house to fulfill the fast-evolving and highly diversified automotive market. We strive to improve and enhance our quality control and production efficiency year on year. For incoming quality inspections to packaging and transportations, every product has been through a strict quality control process. We provide market competitive and high-performance automotive and motorcycle lighting devices to satisfy customers' market needs around the world. TYC is ISO 26262, ISO 9001, IATF 16949, and Ford Q1 Quality Certification certified. TYC is a proud CAPA certified supplier since July 2005. TYC is dedicated to provide reliable, safe, and quality lighting experience and continuing to commit to the ultimate goal. TYC lights up the world.
Thanks to Michael Chen for sharing the video and their successful experience in the electric vehicle market. Next, let's welcome Alan Wang from Fujiangxin Group to talk about the smart solution IMF 4.0 for electric vehicle production line. Welcome, Alan Wang, please.
Hi, I am Alan Wang, currently acting as CEO in professional injection machinery manufacturing company named FCS. I'm glad to be invited to this forum to introduce FCS and how it supports the electric car and the auto parts suppliers of Taiwan. FCS was founded in 1974 with capital amount $48 million and annual turnover $111 million currently. There are 4 operation bases, 30 branch offices, and 21 agents around the world. Till now, FCS has sold machines for over 8,000 clients, and the accumulated volume of injection molding machine we sold, the overall length of type bar being used for assembly FCS machine is equivalent to total height for 1,500 of Taipei 101. Besides injection molding machine, business unit, FCS Group has some diversified BU, such as PT preform and recycling, magnet wire, and the solar energy BU. This chart shows the general profile of 4 operation bases. The total area of those operation bases is over 300,000 square meters, and the total capacity is 3,700 sets per year. This is the top view of FCS headquarters in Tainan, Taiwan. This is the plant in Dongguan, China. This is the plant in Ningbo, China. And this is the plant located in Ahmedabad, India, since 2019, which provided quick delivery and after service for the customer locally. This is the new plant of Ningbo under construction in Hangzhou Bay. It's planned to operate in 2023, and the target annual output is 2,000 machines. Focus on large special injection molding machine over 500 tons. FCS won wide range of product line for injection molding machine. The clamping force range from 60 tons to 4,000 tons for various industry applications. The automobile industry mostly uses the clamping force within 500 to 3,200 tons, including 2-color, 2-platen, and all-electric machine. Automobile is going to be electrified. Therefore, energy saving, lightweighting, and environmental protection are the main concern and the trend. Car manufacturers began to replace steel with plastic, and replace the glass with plastic, and also use injection molding with carbon fiber or microforming technology. For electric car, FCS has the right machine to support the auto parts suppliers. For example, bumpers and the dashboards need large and 2-platen machines. The headlamp and the tail lamp need multi-color and BNC machines. Small and precise parts like center console buttons or audio parts, we suggest all-electric and all-electric 2-color machines. Fenders, when it's changed from steel to plastic, is suitable to add carbon fiber to enhance its strength. For the inner door trim, we provide mucil microforming molding in order to reduce the weight, noise, and the pollution. Moreover, for replacing glass sunroof with plastic ones, FCS developed the large multi-component injection molding machine, which makes us the Asia's first and the only manufacturer for PC glazing technology. FCS also provided total solution including injection molding machine, more technology, mass production, and material technology, or satisfying one-stop service. This is FCS global network. We have set up global production bases and local services at the major automobile manufacturing countries, such as mainland China, United States, India, and Thailand. These are our key customers of household and support industries. And these are the 3C and the electronic key customers. These are part of the customers in auto parts industries. The sale turnover of FCS machine for auto parts is around 40% of all. Now, I would like to briefly introduce FCS success examples in auto parts. TYC Taiwan has 14 FCS machines for making lamps. This is one of the multi-component machines in TYC, with clamping force 1,420 tons, making tail lamps. The Breaker TYC in China has FCS machine total 50 sets. Marelli supports Fiat has 11 FCS machines for producing lamps. Vallejo has over 50 sets of FCS multi-component machines. Stanley has ordered customized large opposite double injection machine with electric-driven injection unit. Corridor uses FCS machine to make BMC reflector of car lamps. Mins Group has FCS large opposite two-color injection molding machine, HBR, which is 1,300 tons, making engine bases. Tata Motors is the biggest automobile manufacturing company in India, using our two-plate machine to produce bumpers of trunks and car interiors. These are all new machines BYD Group installed in China last year, which are two-color and two-plate machines. Now, let me introduce the smart manufacturing solutions for auto parts suppliers. There are a lot of variables to affect the performance of injection molding machine, such as the environment, material, and the machine operation. We developed the intelligent manufacturing system named INF 4.0 to control and reduce the production waste. The advantage of INF 4.0 is bespoke process, value-added data collection, beforehand machine diagnosis. Let me briefly explain the interface of this system. We can monitor the multiple machines and the real-time status of each machine. We can get the cycle time and the actual or target production amount. It gives the OEE status for this machine and the production status, which is on schedule or not. The managers will be able to know if the machine is performing well, should they start to arrange machines or staff to work overtime in order to catch up the production schedule. All data could be viewed on cell phone, remotely and instantly. No matter where you are, we were able to get the real-time status of your machine and the production line. Thank you for listening and welcome to scan this QR code to know and contact FCS. Thank you.
Thanks to Alan Wang for sharing the splendid presentation and their solution in smart production to support electric vehicle industry. Thanks to above two keynote speakers again. After the keynote speech, let's move on to the panel discussion. Our topic is from aftermarket to tier one supplier, successful business model in automotive lighting market. Welcome Michael Chen and Alan Wang continue to join the discussion. Considering the convenience and generality, hereafter, we will adjust the language to bilanguage mode for those non-native English listeners. And thanks for your understanding.
For the first question, let's start with TYC's General Manager, Michael Chen. As a world-renowned automotive lighting provider and favored by major international manufacturers, What has TYC achieved in terms of customer demand? Also, what's the future trend of EV lighting? And what are TYC's strategies? Thank you. Yes, thank you, Vanson. First, allow me to briefly explain the trend of vehicles. It is known that vehicles are now developing toward intelligent safety and autonomous driving. In TYC, we are transforming the traditional lighting technologies of optical, mechanical, electrical, and thermal into advanced intelligent technologies for the application of smart lighting. Therefore, lighting devices with intelligent communication functions, together with microstructure precision optical processing, will be the key technology of the new generation of automotive lighting. TYC integrates vertically from product design, optical innovation, and new technology development to industrial technology to strive to surpass our competitors and to make us a pioneer in the industry. Facing the fierce market competition, TYC manages to maintain competitiveness. In terms of manufacturing, we not only improve production efficiency and product quality by adopting Industry 4.0, but also introduce automation and intelligence into production lines. In the meantime, TYC continues to expand the diversity of product ranges and cooperates with different auto parts and accessories manufacturers to integrate the marketing channels and to expand the market. With respect to the strategies for the EV market, we have started developing auto lighting devices for telematics since 2013. In 2017, we started internal programs for functional safety training and established related standards. In 2018, we were the first domestic automotive lighting manufacturer to receive the ISO 26262 certification. We meet the requirements of leading global automakers and have been reliable suppliers of functional safety auto lighting devices. In 2019, many of our engineers were certified as functional safety engineers. In 2020, we began mass production of auto lights based on functional safety, which was the first application in Taiwan. This year, we will obtain the ISO 26262 certification for actual applications. TYC has been developing these key technologies for many years, and we are confident in progressing in the EV market and cooperating with more vehicle manufacturers. Thank you, Michael, for the detailed explanation. As what Michael just mentioned, besides auto lighting devices, TYC also makes lots of efforts in developing new products for electric vehicles and has been cooperating with emerging EV manufacturers. Through standards establishment, collaborative development, and local production of short chains, TYC provides optimal service to its customers. I think we all agree that TYC is highly competitive in the field of automotive lighting. Thank you again, Michael, for the explanation. Next, I'd like to ask Alan Wang, CEO of Fuqiangxin Group, that what has contributed to Fuqiangxin's success in entering the supply chain of automotive lighting manufacturers. Of course, we all know it is not easy for domestic products to make their way to the global market when competing with foreign equipment and manufacturers. As such, could you share with us how Fuqiangxin won the favor and trust of domestic and foreign automotive lighting manufacturers, and what has contributed to their confidence in using your products. Thank you. Thank you, Vanson. I think for our company's products to succeed in being widely used in the automotive market, there are a few main factors, which I will explain from the two aspects of products and service. Regarding products, we have observed three main trends in the automotive lighting market. The first is large scale. Products are getting more and more complex in design and larger in size. So, you must be able to design large-scale machines and equipment. Fu Qiangxin owns excellent large-scale capabilities. Our largest machine is with the clamping force of 4,000 tons, which is not commonly produced by other companies. Our two-component injection molding machine can also reach 3.3 thousand tons. The second is multi-material injection molding technology. In the past, single injection machines were standard, but because there is more color and design in automotive lights now, technology of multi-injection for one-shot molding is very important. Fu Qiangxin can do one-shot injection from 2 to even 5 colors, and we have 19 configurations, including V-shaped and L-shaped. We can help customers modify machines from single to multi-injection for more application. We have also developed large dual-colored machine. Multi-component injection molding technology is key to automotive lighting, and Fu Qiangxin has been developing the technology for a long time. Only 3 companies can mass-produce large horizontal two-component machine over 1.9 thousand tons. 2 are European manufacturers, and 1 is Fu Qiangxin. We are very competitive and even take a lead position compared with other major European and American manufacturers. The third is technology integration. For injection molding, most emphasis was laid on the machine itself in the past, but now it is necessary to take all conditions into account and integrate molds, materials, and machines. Fu Qiangxin has a professional R&D team for molds and raw materials. We not only provide our customers with stable and high-performance machine, but also more complete service and resource. To sum up, 3 key Chen 2 products are large-scale design, multi-component technology, and technology integration. Fu Qiangxin has been devoted to and also taken the lead in these 3 areas. Regarding customer relations, it is crucial to build global networks. Due to the pandemic, lots of services are not able to be provided to foreign customers. So, it's important to establish overseas offices based on your customers' company branches to provide in-time service. Fu Qiangxin has offices in 51 cities overseas, including more than 30 in China. We have agents in the United States and have established business units in Thailand, Indonesia, and India. We built a global network for direct operation in major auto manufacturing markets. Though it's hardly possible to go abroad under the pandemic, local service still remains accessible through relations built on service and trust. Many global companies have chosen us as their auto lighting partner. Besides Taiwan customers like the industry leader TYC, we are also providers of many well-known overseas manufacturers, such as Japan's Koito and Stanley, and India's biggest automaker, Tata Motors. Through this effort in the global vehicle manufacturing supply chain, Fu Qiangxin has achieved considerable results. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Alan, for the clear explanation. Fu Qiangxin has always been Taiwan's leading manufacturer in developing injection molding machines, and they are also representative provider of large-scale products. Through technology integration from materials and equipment to final production, Fu Qiangxin provides a complete solution to the automotive lighting industry and remains highly competitive in their products. Once again, thank you, Alan, for the detailed information. Now, let's go back to Michael. In the face of the intense global competition, what do you think are the advantages of Taiwan's electric vehicle lighting industry? In my opinions, Taiwan is actually very competitive in the global vehicle components and parts industry. In light of the future development of electric vehicles, could you give us some insights and share with us how TYC can work and collaborate with Taiwanese manufacturers to make a difference in the electric vehicle market in the future? Thank you. Thank you, Vanson, for the question. Before we talk about the trend of development and electric vehicle lighting, let's firstly take a look at the bigger picture of automobiles. Speaking of automotive revolution, when autonomous driving is able to reach the so-called level 4 or higher levels, we can imagine that steering wheel may no longer be needed, or it may be able to be folded up and hidden. At that point, the development of vehicle technology will be focused on energy endurance. So, from my perspective, the increase of endurance is a very important goal for electric vehicles in the future. Headlights will no longer be road illumination, but for more diverse purposes, include vehicle identification, pedestrian warning, or safety guidance. The optical and style design of vehicle lights will be lighter, thinner, longer, flatter, and groovy. Therefore, the development of vehicle lights will focus on the technologies of telematics, functional safety, and energy management. When it comes to Taiwanese manufacturers' advantages in the automotive lighting industry, take TYC for example. One of the fundamental reasons why TYC can compete with international competitors is that we own a great number of optical and institutional patents in automotive lighting. TYC currently holds up to 426 patents in Taiwan, the United States, Japan, and European Union countries, including Germany and France. From where I stand, under the trend of intelligent and advanced lighting, it's necessary to have a certain number of optical and mechanical patents as a foundation when facing competition. Otherwise, we will be restricted by patents owned by competitors and unable to develop the most competitive products. On the other hand, back to the topic of collaboration with industrial partners in Taiwan. The development of automotive lighting cannot be distinguished from the trend of vehicles. The future of vehicles will be comprised of artificial intelligence, 5G, Internet of Things, self-driving system, communication, electronics, and applications. Taiwan is actually adept at industrial integration and owns outstanding capabilities in integrating different technologies. TYC's goal is to find the best ways to collaborate with Taiwanese companies with the purpose of meeting the needs of electric vehicle lighting in the future. Yes, thank you so much, Michael, for the clear explanation. I think that under such a trend of electric vehicles, the development of auto lights, as mentioned by Michael, will move towards intelligent lights. Or we can say that auto lights must be integrated with more sensors or smart applications. There will surely be challenges, but in view of Taiwan's industry environment, I believe we can combine our strength in semiconductor and automotive electronics with components and parts supply chain to create our competitiveness. Once again, thanks to Michael for the explanation. Next, let's get back to Alan. As what you just mentioned about the development of electric vehicles and automobiles, there may be more and more plastic materials used in auto parts in the future. For example, bumpers or sunroofs. In your presentation, you also mentioned the concept of plastic instead of steel and glass. That is, using plastic materials to replace steel or using plastic materials to replace glass. Therefore, I think the technology of injection molding will also be very important in the future. For example, the application of composite materials, such as carbon fiber, to the manufacturing of car body has been an obvious trend because it has the advantage of lightweight. However, the length of fibers will actually affect the strength of the composite materials, which is a very critical issue to take into account. Therefore, when it is applied to injection molding, I suppose it should be quite challenging and technology requiring. So, Alan, in Fuqiangxin, do you already have mature technology regarding this? Or how do you design the functions for injection molding machines to meet the future market demand? Thank you. Thank you, Vanson. The overall trend of electric vehicles is go green and lightweight, and as to the technologies in plastics, we focus on how to achieve lightweight in two main directions. The first is to replace glass with plastics, and the second is to replace steel with plastics. As long as it's replaceable, in terms of glass, we can reduce about 50% of weight. Also, for parts like sunroofs that are installed in the car's upper part, reducing weight is very helpful to the car's overall center of gravity. We have developed the PC glassing, a glass-like molding technology, and applied it to quarter windows and sunroofs. The next is to replace steel with plastics, which has even better performance in weight reduction. To reinforce the plastics, the addition of these is required and a must. Our overall research focus has been laid on how to maintain fiber length in the injection molding process. For now, we can produce fibers with the length of over 10 millimeters. Through special design, especially the design of screws, we manage to maintain fiber length in the entire mixing process as long as possible. Besides, controlling plastic flowing speed to the molds and remaining low shear rates are also key to maintaining the fiber length. We have had provided such products to sport equipment and bicycle industries, where replacement of plastic over steel has become very common. As for the automotive industry, there will be several applications in the future. The first is fenders, which receive more attention in appearance, but also need a certain degree of strength. As such, we will use plastics together with carbon fiber as a replacement to achieve lightweight. Also, there is another lightweight technology about forming. The forming technology allows plastic materials to be filled with air inside, and it is not visible on the outside. The technology is generally used only in the footwear industry for lightweight shock absorption sports shoes. Chemical forming was widely used in the past, but now we have developed the so-called mu cell. It's a technology of physical forming that releases less CFCs and has become a mainstream technology. We are now applying the forming technology to interior panels and dashboard. The advantage is that we can achieve lightweight to a higher level, reducing at least 10 to 15% of weight. Moreover, it has the functions of noise reduction and temperature insulation, and it is easy to recycle. We provide this forming technology and solutions, and we can help our customers with the recycling. Simply put, there are basically three main directions for lightweight. The first is to replace glass with plastics, mainly in sunroofs and quarter windows. The second is to replace steel with plastics and carbon fiber, mainly used in exterior parts such as bumpers and fenders. The third is to further reduce weight through foaming, mainly in the interior parts, including dashboards and door trim panels. This process can achieve weight reduction, noise reduction, and temperature insulation. Fuqiangxin has been devoted to these technologies and also had a great many successful cases. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Alan, for the not only detailed and clear but also systematic introduction, allowing us to have a better picture for the future development and applications of lightweight technology in the automotive industry. It is indeed very detailed. Thank you. Finally, since today's webinar is a cross-domain conference and we're having experts from service provider TYC and equipment supplier Fuqiangxin from the automotive lighting industry with us, let's end today's panel discussion with a bit of ideas exchange. For the last question, I'd like to invite our two speakers to give some suggestions and directions to different industries. For example, Michael, when domestic equipment industry wants to join the field of automotive lighting, could you provide some suggestion or advice? And Alan, based on Fuqiangxin's future development direction, aside from automotive lighting, could you share with us what's your plan for other automotive applications, such as bumpers or other parts? Let's firstly invite Michael to share his opinions with us. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Vanson, for the question. To answer your question, from my perspective, the most important thing for me when I work with equipment supplier in the automotive lighting industry is that I always strive to find the best model and the optimal way of cooperation. Smart manufacturing is a key that plays a crucial role for auto manufacturing now, and it's also a goal that we have been striving to achieve. For instance, through establishing smart plants and adopting big data analysis for information collection, we can speed up the manufacturing process and achieve more efficient production. By analyzing the information gained from big data, we can enhance the activation rate of equipment more quickly and effectively, and then improve quality, yield, and the final output. We can further adjust the manufacturing parameters and optimize the setting of our equipment. In this way, we can improve the activation rate as well as raise production efficiency and the total amount of output. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Michael. As far as I know, domestic manufacturers are gradually moving towards the development of smart production line. And we also saw many case examples of Fuqiangxin today. So let's invite Alan to give us more detailed introduction. Thank you. Thank you, Vanson. I also like to share a little bit about the smart manufacturing of multi-component injection molding machines. As mentioned by Michael, smart manufacturing is indeed a major trend in the future. Let me introduce the development of Fuqiangxin's injection molding machines. We have smart predictive diagnosis for the machines. During the process, we mainly evaluate the overall conditions of all the machine and do some exclusion. For example, we use sensors to determine the wear and tear conditions. There will be temperature sensors to monitor the oil temperature and material temperature. We also sense the lubrication conditions. This process is mainly for machine maintenance and quality assurance. Currently, we are able to carry out in-mode pressure monitoring, which is mainly for the enhancement of production process. Through measuring the pressure inside the molds, we can tell whether the production model can produce products of good quality. We can inform the production line in advance about the current condition of the products, whether it be moving to a better yield or producing more defects. In this way, our customers can also adjust parameters or do other alterations in advance. So far, these are still carried out by manpower. In the future, we will develop the so-called expert system. We will use the measured in-mode pressure parameters to do modeling and through computational mechanisms to achieve automatic correction. No matter what kind of issues our customer encounter in the future, be in variation in raw material, temperature, or humidity, the machine will be able to automatically adjust and correct parameters to ensure the product's stability and predictability. These are the 3 developing stages of our injection molding technology. Thank you. Thank you very much, Alan, for the detailed explanation. And thanks to you both for the wonderful and informative content today. I believe everyone must have a fruitful time. Thank you, Michael and Alan, for giving us a wonderful presentation, sharing, and discussion. That brings us to the end of the panel discussion. Thank you both once again for joining the webinar with us today. Thank you. Thank you.